All right, everybody ready for the metric system? I'm going to start here in the middle. I'm going to write base unit. Now in the metric system, they have three different base units. One is the meter. Meters for length. Second time for volume, we have the liter. Like a lot of your fluids, in the metric system, they'll be in liters. And the last one for weight, we have the gram. All right, so now when you have a base unit, one second. When you have a base unit, it's either going to be meters, liters, or grams.
I know you said I put a lot on the.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot.
A little bigger. I can't.
Oh, bigger? All right.
Grams as well.
Weight.
Does.
Oh, did you not know that?
All right. Now in the metric system, you know how like when we have length, we change from like inches to feet to miles, right? They change the unit. In the metric system, all they do is change the prefix. So over here, we're going to have deca. And deca is abbreviated DA. Varsity, can you see that?
Is that okay?
All right. Now, the next level up is going to be hecto, abbreviated H. All right. The next level up is going to be kilo, abbreviated with a K. Now remember, there's three levels above the base unit. There's going to be three levels below the base unit. All right, so we got the three levels above the base unit.
I'm sorry, the DECA abbreviation is DA?
DA.
Small a.
You're going to see why in a minute. All right, let's go below. The first level below the base unit is deci. That's abbreviated D. That's why this one's DA. Next level down, centi. Abbreviated C. Next level down, we have milli. Abbreviated with an M. Okay. So all of these prefixes are interchangeable. We could have millimeters, we could have milliliters, we could have milligrams. We could have hectometers, hectoliters, and hectogram. All of these prefixes are interchangeable with all the base units. All right. What's critical here is you remember the order. We start from the top. K is, they have a little acronym you probably heard. King Henry died because he drank chocolate milk. All right. I think we know another one that I revealed to you last time. King Henry died because he did coke and meth. That was probably more likely that you'll remember. Well, you could die from coke and meth, though. All right. Now, as a visual, I want you to make a triangle.
For fun?
What?
We got a triangle here. All right.
The big one?
What this represents is the numeric values. As we change within these prefixes, as we go up, our numeric value is going to get smaller. Conversely, if we're up at kilo and we're moving down, our number is going to get larger. Okay. Just grasp that for a minute. We'll get back there. Now, why does this occur? Here's what I want you to do. In between these two, I want you to put a division bar and put a 1 here and a 10 here. This is a 1 to 10 ratio. What this is telling us, in 1 centi, there's 10 milli. Let's do this with a metaphor. If centi was a dime, we have how many pennies? 10, right? This is a dime, these are pennies. So for the pennies to equal a dime, we have to have 10 of them. That's what the relationship between centi and milli is. Make sense? Logical, isn't it? We could take this ratio and slide it up in between any one of these levels. The 1 to 10 relationship remains constant. So if I went over here, I can move it and have a 1 and a 10 here. That's saying in 1 deci, there's 10 centi. Another way to think about this, these are boxes. The deci's a big box. It fits 10 of these little centi boxes in there. Okay, 1/10 ratio. It also goes up to the base unit. 1 here, 10 here. It's saying 10 deci units is equal to 1 base unit. It carries on all the way up. Okay.
10 base is 1 deca.
10 base, yeah, we can move this up to here. Put the division by 10 bases is 1 deca.
Maybe go recto.
Same thing.
There's 10 deca and 1 hectare.
That's all you're doing is taking this and moving it up.
So,
Moving it up.
10 base would be equal to 100 hectare, right?
Not 100. It gets smaller.
Smaller?
Yes. Because remember, this is a larger unit. These are smaller. There's more of these than there are of these. I'm going to get into that in a minute here. All right, we've got to have a rule for moving up and down, right? Let's come over here on the left side. Let's put an arrow. What the arrow represents is that if you're moving up the scale. So let's say for each level, you move up the scale. All right, it's saying for each level you move up, you divide by 10. Now, does that make sense? Well, if 1 deca is 10 of these, if I'm here and I'm going to go up to here, I got to divide by 10, because 1 of these is 10 of these. See how that 1/10 relationship is applied? All right, now, well, we could divide by 10, but I think we've learned a few tricks along the way. Let's put an or here. Or, move, decimal, 1 place, to left. If I move the decimal point 1 place to the left, isn't that dividing by 10? It is, right? Because the number's going to get smaller.
Yeah.
As I go up the scale, the number's going to get smaller. That's like dividing or moving the decimal 1 place to the left. All right, for space and clarity, I'm going to take this off. All right, leave it on your paper, but I'm going to put it real small there, let's say. All right. Over here, we're going to go down. We're going down the scale. So for each level down, multiply by 10. Does that make sense? Well, if 1 of these is 10 of these, if I'm converting from here to here, I got to multiply my number by 10. Does that seem logical?
Okay.
All right, but we've learned a little trick or two in math, or move decimal 1 place to right. Okay. something else I want to add. Relative to the base unit, deci is equal to 0.1. Relative to the base unit, centi is 0.01. Relative to the base unit, milli is 0.001. Let's go the other way. Relative to the base unit, deca represents 10. Relative to the base unit, hecto represents 100, and kilo represents 1,000. So kilo is 1,000 base units. Hecto is 100 base units. Deca is 10 base units. Deci is 1/10 of a base unit. Centi is 1/100th of a base unit. Milli is 1/1000th of a base unit.